it's Stacy.
Hey, it's Hannah.
And this is
the Debrief Sesh.
Episode 13. This one's pre-recorded a little earlier than usual, so we're just gonna skip the culture digest.
And
by the time we post this, it's gonna be old news anyways.
Straight into our main topics.
Yeah, some juicy topics today. We want to talk about the little social phenomenon that's been occurring. So
recently, been going around.
The whole performative male archetype.
Yes.
Super interesting, because usually like this shit is like for the girls, but now we're being a little bit more critical of the guys.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
Like girls get the pick-me's.
Yeah. Like, oh, she's do this, she's do that. Like we're so like strict on girls usually, but like, yeah,
But now we're calling out the men
bullshit
here.
out. Yeah.
So I think basically it's the guy term for pick me.
Yeah.
But it's more like as you could tell, it's just performative. So they're doing things in order to be different or to look a certain way, to be portrayed a certain way. But it's just like genuine. It's not genuine.
Yeah. I think like the US it derived from the US, but I think the whole thing is like people who try to be like different and like alternative and have like good taste, but it's ironic because they end up looking the same.
Yeah.
So like for example, like performative male last boss would be like, or performative male final boss, as they say, would be like, oh, they have like wired headphones and they are listening to like an alternative female rock band. They're reading like full cover out of like a paper book. I don't know, like bell hooks type of feminist literature. They're drinking matcha.
Labubu keychain.
Yeah.
Oh. Or some sort of those keychains.
Yeah,
keychains.
like a funky keychain. Yeah, and like vaguely expensive thrifted clothes.
Like a tote bag.
Yeah.
That kind of, if you can get the picture of that.
Yeah.
That is like, I guess, physical.
Yeah, like the aesthetic of it.
Aesthetic of a performative guy.
Yeah. And I think like the personality is, the joke is that they don't really have a real personality. It's like very curated. So it's like they will try to be different, like not like other guys where it's like, oh, like, yeah, I'm such a feminist. Like I enjoy female sports more than I do like for men's. Or like I enjoy women's sports more than I do men's. Which is just, I don't know, like it's very rare to find someone like that. Not to call out women's sports, but like to openly have to say that, like, okay, chill.
Yeah. It's the fact that if you actually like that, then like I don't think you would have to be announcing it that you like that.
So,
you know what I mean? Like as long as if it's kind of in the conversation of a flow and like, oh yeah, they watched this and yada, then it's like, oh cool. It's just very genuine. But when you're like when you're making that your identity or when you're trying to like convince people that you're like this different guy, then it's like
it's like you gotta, where is the motivation coming from?
Yeah, that's where it's like, what is your motive here?
Yeah, what's the objective here? Like, I don't know. I can think of a bunch of examples where, for example, taking the statement like, yeah, I'm a feminist. And it would be totally fine. It would be super attractive and like totally fair. But then I think when it becomes performative is just like when it's out of the blue. Or it's just like, oh, like I didn't realize you needed to say that. Like I thought it was just a default thing, you know? It's weird that you have to go out of your way and do that. Tekina?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe there are some women out there who like take it at face value and just like, yeah, like this guy's a good guy. But y'all are naive as fuck because that shit is so manipulative. Like, I don't know. I think Hannah and I are both very sensitive to these things. Like especially when a guy says something, like I always have to think like, is this because he really thinks this way or is this for me? are you just saying this and are you just being this person in my presence? Like, will you be the same person with your boys or like with your family, with your friends? Like, or are you just saying this so that I see you in a certain way? Right?
I think like we are also kind of more sensitive because as we are dating and stuff, you just like hear things and you're is it
We
are you
experience
saying
it like
because you genuinely feel this way, or you're just saying it to like make me feel like, oh, you're really cool.
yeah,
you
like
know?
oh, you're so different.
Yeah.
It's like,
たまに it works, and later on I'm like, wait, this guy said this and clearly he's not that.
right,
Like,
right.
って思うのも like that I feel dumb, like being manipulated like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I think in Japan it's a little bit more niche. I think like it's hard to find a guy. I don't know. Like I can think of maybe like in a trendier place where like the aesthetic is a little bit more similar. Like I don't know, like Shimokitazawa to ka, like you know, like skater guys maybe where like they're trying really hard to look a certain way, but in doing so it's super ironic because they end up looking the same as everyone else around them. But I can't really say anything about like their personality, like if that is also performative. Maybe to a certain extent, yeah. I think the Japanese equivalent is like guys who are like overly like on the girl side.
Yeah.
Which sucks to say because honestly, like, I don't know. I wish this wasn't even a thing. So like more, I can just take it at face value and I could be like, yeah, this guy's so great. Like he's like so like a girl's guy. Like he can like really empathize and whatever. But because I know for a fact that so many guys weaponize this shit and like try to use it as like bait, yeah. It's just like it ruins it for everyone. Like I don't want to be the girl who's like super overcritical of everything a guy does, but like we kind of have to be.
Yeah. I recently stumbled upon this video where it was a couple and she was very azatoi as fuck as well, but she's like, oh, like I just started my period. And then he's like, 大丈夫お腹大丈夫もう冷たいものダメだよあったかいものどこあったかいもの and it's like what? And then she's like 痛いみたいな and then he's like okay wait みたいな like おむつ履いてる It's like, first of all, it's not おむつ if you actually know what it is, it's パッド
Yeah. No, but then he was like, なんかソフィーの羽付き26センチで大丈夫今から買いに行こうかいや、私も行く。He's like, いやいや、休んでて。
And he's like, なんか、アプリ
ルナで今日って書いてあったけど、やっぱり今日来たんだね。大丈夫
みたいな。And then it's just like,
like, why do we have to overcorrect and swing so hard on the opposite side? Can we just have a fucking middle ground? Like, you can be respectful and empathize and like be nice about your girlfriend having your period.
And I don't know, maybe that's his personality to be like
There's no fucking
like
way.
that. And maybe it's just us being like, that's just
like
not,
bullshit.
Yeah,
maybe we are the sour ones, but I highly doubt. And these are obviously content creators. Like I'm sure they do it for like purposefully, like to rage bait a little bit.
But それ見てなんか there's something in me that took me like I was like, like this is too much. And then he like comes in and he like goes to the drugstore and gets 3 things of the diaper, he says. And then he was like, お薬もこれ買ってみたいな。And then he's like, なんかちゃんともう take care of yourself, okay? みたいな。
oh my fucking god, give me a break. Like, I
just wish it was just more normalized. Like, it's a period. It doesn't
mean I'm shot. Like, it's not a gunshot wound. Like,
なんだろう、伝わってるかなこのなんか
No, I think it is. なんか and it's frustrating because there will always be a certain, percentage of women or just like public in general who will take it at face value and will just be, or maybe, I don't know, they've had experiences with guys who really didn't give a shit about your period or whatever. And so, when you come from those backgrounds, it's like, at least this guy cares みたいな and it's like oh like 優しいですねみたいな but like no guys you gotta take it a step further like they're ahead of the game you have to actually think what is the motive here what are they actually trying to accomplish like this guy, I don't know, like there's like a 1% chance that he's actually like this, but like 99% like he's just acting like this to appease his girlfriend or like to be a certain way.
Yeah.
And it's just like it also, I don't know, なんか I get it that it's nice to have a guy care about your period, I guess, but like when it's to that far to that extent, it's just like you're not my mom. そのなんかちょっと違う like I'm not a baby って思う
And even she was like, no, I'm gonna go get it みたいな like when they got to the drugstore she's like, no, I'm gonna go I can go he goes no you stay right here like don't move and she's like okay
yeah and then I hated that when he came back he was like なんかお会計するときにめっちゃ見られたけどでもそんなの大丈夫
どうでもいいみたいな
Okay then don't say it shut the actual fuck up bro like don't say that shit then keep it to yourself shut up
he's like I don't care that other people were watching me
yeah
like,
obviously you did if you had to say
if you
it
had to say something he's
Yeah.
like but fuck it because I did this for you
see that's the thing it's like he wants you to know that he cares that's what I hate about it like just care just do it then like just shh less words please
just do it
yeah so
don't be like I did this for you I did
so
like, this is you know
so it's like when you donate you don't make a whole social post saying I donated this much money like it's the same thing to me
yeah it is
you do a good thing but you do it either from the goodness of your heart and it should be 当たり前 or it's nothing or it's almost as if you're pushing a favor on them
ほんとそうそれ
yeah and like periods are such an easy place to start because I mean only women experience that so like for a guy to care even a little bit about it it's already
it's already like praised
yeah
like
it's the same as like dads like when dads like you know us like a dad alone takes their kids to the park they're seen as like oh 超いいパパイクメンみたいな there's where's イクママ what the fuck
yeah
moms do that all the fucking time
Yeah.
like bro what the hell
Yeah.
or like the guy will be pushing the stroller and they'll be like oh my god めっちゃいいパパしてる it's like
ちゃんとやってくれるんだね
I
み
see
たいな
single moms on the train the whole time with like 3 children on her hips
seriously
yeah it's like it's such a low bar like literally the bar is in hell when it comes to guys and like just the amount of like manipulation the amount of effort that they put into like being
this
empathetic with women or like trying to you know be this nice guy
yeah
and some people will always take it at face value and that's what encourages it and that's why I'm saying guys we gotta be meaner
本当に
we gotta be more strict
like but I get it when sometimes it's really hard to like I said you don't know decipher until like towards maybe later on you're like wait he was saying this but clearly he's not showing like doing it again or like say you know backing up what he said like months later you know so it's really hard to pinpoint but you know it's pretty you just have to yeah you gotta know
yeah and it's like we're not stupid, you know? Maybe certain people will take it at face value. Sorry, not sorry, but like, you know, you don't have the eye to like decipher obviously what is fake and what is just for you and like very manipulative. But like I don't know, even when it's not even with like malicious intent, like, oh, I'm gonna manipulate this bitch. Like, you know, like not everyone thinks that way, but it's very subtle.
Yeah.
So like, as an example, I want to put out that like, I was briefly seeing someone pretty recently. He was a really nice guy, like till the end. Even when I said, you know, I'm not really feeling it anymore, like he was so respectful. There's not a single really bad thing that I can say about this guy. But there were conversations that we've had where throughout it, it's just like, I would have to question, like, are you really saying this because you feel this way? Or are you just saying this because you want me to like feel like positive feelings for you, like you want me to view you in a certain light? So like I don't know what we were talking about. Like obviously I'm born and raised LA, like I'm very liberal and I'm pretty open about my opinions. Like he knows where I stand about certain topics. So like when a conversation will pop up about I don't know like some feminist shit, like I'll be like, yeah, blah, 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 like, I'll explain. And he'll be like, あ、そうだよね。やっぱり女性の方が辛いもんね. And it's like, maybe it's not all, like, not truthful. Like, maybe there is a part of him that really does feel that way. But, like, I always have to just think, like, would you really say this, though, to your bros? When you're just with the guys, would you still, full chested say the same thing? And more often than not, I feel like you wouldn't.
その後さ、なんていうの when a guy's like, and when he was like, やっぱ女子だからねみたいな、そっち that's kind of his standpoint, like ちょっと上から目線で女子だからちょっと大変だよねみたいな。Like, do you remember like how you felt or what you said in them? I would have been like, that would kind of throw me off a little
No,
bit.
yeah, it threw me off. And because I know that he's not trying to be like mean about it, or that he's not like saying like a disparaging comment or anything. Like,
okay.
I don't think I called him out. But I do try to like be as objective or like I try to just like level it out. So like if he's like swinging too far like on my side, like あ、そうだよね、マジでもう男性、ダメだよね、もう女性の方が絶対にね、みたいななんか言われると I'll be like まあどっちもどっちもあるけどね、なんか I have to try to level it out just to, yeah, I don't know. When it's a guy that I actually care about, like, and they swing way too far and, like, they, I don't know, maybe accidentally say something that's, like, a little manipulative, I try to correct it, be like, hey, no, that's not the point that I'm trying to make. Like, you don't have to go that far, like, if you don't mean it. ちゃんと言うけど、まあ、I don't know, when it's just, like, the first date or the second date, I'm just like, oh, okay, like, you're full of bullshit って思っちゃう。
なんか going off of that, like I also have a dating story where like I met a guy who was like first date went really, really well.
Yeah.
But so well to the point where I was like, it went really well, but there's something I couldn't pinpoint. Like something was off a little bit. Like everything, like our conversation was smooth, but maybe there just wasn't like like a uniqueness maybe to him. But I was also even like telling you like the date was good, but I don't know why I'm just like not very like super excited about this, which is weird because again he was such a nice guy, but I wanted to kind of figure it out. So he asked me out on another date, and again, like, I don't know why I wasn't excited, but I also wanted to kind of double check and reconfirm, like, what is it? And so we set up the next date, and, I'm telling my friend about this, and my friend was like, oh, like, can I see what he looks like? Like, and so for some reason, I don't really know why, I, like, Google search his name. I don't know why I didn't pull up Instagram. Something in me, I just like Google searched his name. And the first thing that popped up was like his Facebook account. And so I looked at I opened it up and it just said like his name and then like love advice. So I accidentally stumbled upon this like page, and then I stumbled his Instagram account, separate Instagram account to his normal one, his original one. And it said, yeah, like just videos on, like how to get through a breakup, or, this is like, just basically like advice on dating and how to approach girls, how to talk to girls, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, oh my God, was this all calculated? Like was, as in like not, the date, but just like our conversation.
Going by like a manual.
Yeah, like a manual. Yeah. Like, and it was because this date was like cookie cutter perfect. I was like, oh my God, was that all performance? Was this like performative? And some of the topics we discussed that was brought up was like love language and stuff like that. And he was so like 結構いろいろ知ってて。Really like knowledgeable of all these topics, which I at the time thought, wow, this man really is very mature. He knows what he wants. Like he like reflected on himself, like through all his relationships. And then I see this, I was like, oh Oh my God. And so, you know what? Second day, I already agreed to it, but I was like very skeptical.
Yeah.
And the second day, I went open-minded, you know? Like, what he does is great. Like, that's on him. Like, you do you. And think it's my issue, personally. Like, when I saw that, it kind of, like, I was like, a little bit.
ちょっと ick.
ちょっと ick.
Yeah.
And so, but I tried to be as open-minded as I could going into the second date.
Yeah.
But even on the second date, like, all I could think about was, like, even his comments. I was like, oh, was that
Really?
the same? Are you really saying that? Like, do you genuinely mean what you're saying? That's all I could think about. And, you know, I feel bad because there's nothing bad about him, but 逆に怖いの、それが。And I'm like, yeah, now second guessing what he's saying is, this performance of a nice, mature, knows what he wants kind of guy.
Yeah.
And
なるほどね.
yeah.
I haven't really met that type in Japan, to be honest, but I think there is a case that can be made for like guys who've gone to therapy or guys who have kind of dipped their toes in like therapy talk, kind of.
Yes.
And they'll use terms like love language, but like therapy terms. So they'll use like avoidant attachment, they'll use trauma, they'll use whatever the fuck, like or like boundaries, things like that. But like they'll use it wrong. So they'll use it in a way that like is, you know, that suits them best.
Yeah.
I think a while ago, who's the guy who was in 29 Jump Street?
The male.
The short one.
Oh, short one?
Yeah, not Channing Tatum.
Oh, I forgot his name, but I know who you're talking about.
But there was a controversy where like his old text with his ex-girlfriend came out, or maybe his ex-girlfriend like aired him out, and he was basically saying how like, oh, like I don't want you posting pictures in your bikini, like that's a boundary of mine, blah blah blah. And it's just like, that's not how you use boundaries. Boundaries is what happens to you, not how you control other people's behavior.
Right.
Like, that's not, whether you decide, you know, you like it or you don't, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But it's not a boundary, you know.
Yeah.
And just like for him to use therapy talk in that way, like to weaponize it in that way, and that's why a lot of people are like, bro, this is getting way too like spread like in the public. Like you can't just like willy-nilly use these terms if you don't know what it means.
Or when men are like, therapy, I do therapy, I went to therapy.
It's not like running. Like you can't just like get over with it. Like it's a process.
It's a process. Like it's a thing you go for, you know, to work on yourself. You don't have to tell everyone, and like it's a normal thing to go through therapy, and like, I'm proud of you for going, but it's like, don't make that your whole personality and being like, oh yeah, so in therapy today.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, fucking gold star for you.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, like girl to girl when I'm talking to you and in therapy, yada yada yada, like that's fine. But I don't know, when they make it a big thing to be like,
I think that's also kind of a performative part. I think therapy is very performative. That's a wrong statement. Therapy itself, good.
Therapy is great.
It's helpful.
Please go.
I think when you start using that though as almost like a symbol to mean something else, like, oh, you know, you can talk about therapy openly, but when you start saying it as if like, yeah, I go to therapy, yeah, I'm like super, you know, like in touch with my whatever the fuck, like I do emotional work, like I'm working on myself. Shh, just don't say it.
Just go.
It's the same thing as the donation analogy. Like, you can say that you know you're philanthropic and you donate a lot, but like you don't have to say how much, you don't have to say where, how often. Like no one needs to know that shit.
You don't, when you go see a doctor, you're never like, I went to the doctor
I
today.
went to the gynecologist.
I went to the doctor yesterday. Like, you don't talk about it's yourself, your thing.
So, like, what do you want me to think about you, like, that you bring that up, you know? It's just like, okay, great, awesome. It's not gonna change how I feel about you, though. Like, if anything, it's gonna be worse. And it's not, like, I don't want it to be, it's so hard because, like, I don't want it to be taken, like, oh, if you talk about if you go to therapy, then I'm gonna look down on you. Like,
Oh, no.
that's not what it is.
No,
It's
no,
the
no.
fact that you're using therapy, the fact that you went to therapy as a vehicle to look cool.
Yeah. And it's fine that you're open about it, or that you are open for discussion about therapy and stuff. Like that's I think great. But
Yeah.
it's more like bragging about the fact that you're
Yeah.
doing these things, and you know, when it's like 逆に like, oh, I don't know, putting other people down, not to be like, oh, why aren't you doing therapy? って聞こえちゃう. Like, I went to therapy. Like, oh yeah, in therapy today. I was like, okay. Like
that's not the goal. It's
Yeah.
like, you gotta actually change. It has to change the way that you think and then the way that you kind of
it's the
regulate
outcome
yourself.
of it, you
So,
know?
本当にそう. Like,
therapy is always what you get out of it.
So. Yeah, it's just like, the fact that like these things, probably because of SNS and like TikTok and stuff, like it's becoming so normalized and like everyone can access some kind of therapy. Like there are so many therapists on TikTok, there are so many style advisors on TikTok, whatever. Like there are so many resources that you can just freely access now that everyone thinks that they know a little bit of something about everything. Myself included. You know, like I'm a victim. I tend to do this as well. But yeah, at a certain, like, you just gotta take a step back to like really evaluate yourself, like 客観視。
けどそういうなんか例えばその therapy とか、I go therapy, I think they're seeing on social media how that's like portrayed as a green flag. And it is a green flag. You're doing work on yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
But it's not a green flag just because you go to a place that is called therapy. Like, it's a green flag because it shows that you are working on yourself emotionally.
Exactly.
And that you're working your inner whatever.
Exactly. So,
but they take it as if like, okay, check.
yeah.
I
did it.
Complete.
So I can say I did it. I
So,
went, I go,
Yeah.
you know?
It's not like a bucket list item. Like you gotta you gotta keep working on it. Whether that's, you know, meditating, like whether that's just like taking some time out of the day. Like it can be anything. It doesn't have to be that. I think what everyone is trying to just say is that people think it's a green flag when people are working on themselves internally.
So.
Even the term working on yourself, 正直, I don't know, like I take it with a grain of salt. It's like, by what? Like reading Atomic Habits? Like
Reading books.
Yeah, like reading like a male authored fucking self-help book,
Yeah,
like another one of those. Like
yeah.
I don't know, like read some fantasy, like read some like
Yeah, I think those help a lot.
read like a romantic fiction novel. Like I think that does a little bit better than
Nah,
a self-help book, but
trying to think of other like examples. But I think there's one I could think of that. So Instagram pages, Instagram profiles. I've seen where they try to portray like a personality of who they are on their Instagram pages. I think everyone goes on Instagram these days to see what they are, who they look like, or what their vibe is. And when that is also manipulated, like curated, is also a sign of performative. And I've seen people who are like, oh yeah, like I want my Instagram page to look like this so it looks artsy. And I'm like, but are you doing that for you? Like you're like so like worried about how you look on your profile and like the way it looks and aesthetically and like, oh, but you know, I want my Instagram page to look artsy. And it's like, but are you an artsy person?
本当にそう. Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not. Like,
it will look artsy when you are artsy.
Don't try so hard.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, but it's very obvious when it's try hard. We can all tell, and that's fine, you know, like that's what it is. Social media is embarrassing. Instagram is embarrassing. I don't give a fuck about my Instagram. I think my selfies that I took last week are embarrassing. Like that shit is embarrassing, but like I don't know, at least that's still genuine. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I think social media is kind of hard because it's like we're all kind of curating the best moments and we're only sharing, you know, what is shareable. But like, yeah, I think like it's already curated. Like, just leave it at, if it's not your job, just like leave it at that.
Yeah,
You don't have to overly curate everything. Like,
I just wanted to, of course, like as you say, like of course we all pick pictures that we all look best in, and it's not about that. It's like this person would be so annoying about like, but that wouldn't look good on my like the page, and I'm like, okay.
Okay, your personal
you're weird for that.
non-profit page.
Yeah. Like,
that
マジの普通な写
only
真
your friends follow. Like, no, none of your friends will care if it looks artsy or not. No one cares if it's a perfectly curated photo dump. No one gives a shit. Literally, no one does. It's only for yourself. And maybe the argument can be made like, okay, well, it's for myself. Like, okay, fine. It still doesn't change the way that people perceive you. People know that you're just a fucking loser. Like, I'm talking about a specific person.
So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think also maybe like in Japan, like there is, I think it's everywhere, but especially in Japan, like people take like hobbies and stuff also like just like again swing it completely to the other side and make it their whole fucking personality. Because everyone, like I think earlier you said like, oh, like people are just very cookie cutter in Japan.
Yeah.
So like when you do have something that like is a hobby or like can make you slightly different, like I don't know what it is, but people have to swing so hard and like make it their whole fucking personality, revolve it all around that.
yeah.
Kintore. Oh my fucking god, that community literally so fucking annoying.
怖い
Yeah, 筋トレ本当にやばい。
Yeah.
筋トレもそうだし、サウナ?
サウナね
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up about your sauna. No one gives a crap. It's all the same. It's a hot room with a cold water bath. It's the same.
整う
Yeah, you're just クラクラしてる. Literally, you're just のぼせてるだと思う. I don't believe that. What do you mean 整う? It's not weed. Like, you're just クラクラしてる. Drink some water. Like, yeah, of course.
And they're like
Yeah, like 繰り返し, yeah, hot ass place, cold water, you shock your system. Of course you're gonna feel weird after. Like, it's not anything, like, phenomenal. 本当におかしい. Like, yeah, サウナもそうだし, what else? Like, I think even like niche hobbies, like, I don't want to speak on your behalf, but like this specific person, it's like because in their day to day they're just like normal salaryman. A lot of us are. Well, a lot of us are just normal salaryman. So I think that's why like when we do have a hobby or we do want to try to be different, instead of actually trying to like change our persona or like how we are and our identity and trying to like 向き合う to that, we just like try to do it in a very superficial way where it's like, okay, at least if I am like this kintore type of guy, like I will be this certain type and I'll be different. Or like if I try to, I don't know, like if I invest in a good camera and I like take like artsy film photos and like I will be like the photo guy or like seen as like a cinema guy. Like I'll be like super into like English only movies and I'll be like yoga guy, like like it's just like guys, can we just take things in moderation?
なんか日本ってそのステータスにうるさい And I think, with these like things, because everyday life, everyone's pretty cookie cutter. We all wear the same things, and so なんだろう, I wouldn't say same thing, but 結構, very
similar.
Everyone wants to blend in, but to like 目立つ somehow it has to be these things. And like まあブランド品もそうだけど、なんかもう they're so flashy about it. And like you said, their whole personality is that. And it's like, my God.
Yeah. And it's just like, because it's so obviously superficial, and even if they're like more zenfuri, they put their whole ass personality and their lifestyle around this one hobby or these several hobbies or whatever, like to the core, when you actually speak to these people, like you can usually tell how shallow or like how they lack depth or like how out of touch some of these people are. And it's just like, it's just disappointing to me. Like, you could have no hobbies but be the most interesting person just because like you yourself are a person with lots of thoughts. You like 向き合う with yourself and like how you feel and what you like, what you don't like. That's totally fine. You could have 1,000 hobbies and just be the boring ass person ever.
Yeah.
And I think the latter is usually kind of what I meet. I think it also doesn't help how, like, you know, we're nearing our 30s and like quarter life crisis type of thing. And like, you know how they say, like, you know, quarter life crisis, everyone either gets an MBA or starts a marathon. But it's kind of true.
I've been broken up with a guy. Like, someone broke up with me, and part of the reason, or at least in their breakup speech, was like, Hannah, you don't have any hobbies. And I was like, excuse me? Like, first, like, I don't know why he would bring that up.
Why is that a bad thing? Like, it's not your life.
But the thing is, I do have hobbies, but just because I'm not like targeting one and putting all my money into it, or I'm so hardcore, sorry, I don't make that my whole personality. But like, this person thought I just like, I don't know, was a boring person, I think. And I was like, great, like, fuck you. I was like, I'm fun without I don't make my hobby like my personality.
Yeah, like hobbies are exactly what they should be. Like, I think there's a weird trend right now where it's like you have to be able to monetize your hobby, or like you have to like do it to the fullest extent, or it's not a real hobby. Like, guys,
hobby is a hobby for a reason.
Yeah, like literally knitting is a hobby, gardening is a hobby.
Yeah,
like watching movies is still a hobby, albeit a boring and very like well-known hobby. It's still something that you casually can do, like, you know, for fun. That's what it is. Something that you do for fun. It doesn't always have to be like a fucking like triathlon. Or, like, it doesn't have to be, you know, like an entrepreneurship. Like,
no.
Yeah, I don't know why we're taking it so far. Can we just be like well-rounded, balanced people?
その時マジ傷ついた.
I would too. I'd be like, fuck you, what the hell?
Yeah, I was like, I'm so fun person.
Yeah, because I think that's also kind of like invalidating what interest you do have. It's like, okay, like I'm interested in like idol, like is that not a hobby? Like, otaku is a hobby.
Like, I go to the gym. That's my hobby. I like working out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I like painting. I like just so many things. And he's like, yeah. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, yeah, it's so interesting and annoying how like極端, the thinking of just like how to reinvent yourself and like how to build your persona, whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's just this age range though. Like,
I was just gonna say, or the crisis, quarter life crisis.
It's like, もうこのままだと I'm just gonna be boring as salaryman. I'm just gonna be おじさん、おばさん. Like, I'm not gonna be anything. It's like, it's okay to be おじさん、おばさん. Like, you know, that's also a life.
Yeah. But 本当に I think it's our age.
That makes people do weird shit.
Yeah. I don't hear my parents complaining about this stuff.
No. I mean, we did start a podcast, to be fair.
Not true.
でもなんかそれもさ、it's not like, okay, like, because we're doing a podcast, we can't do this and we have to do this and we have to buy this equipment, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, literally, this camera is being stacked up on a pile of books from my house.
Right now.
Yeah, it's just like so janky, like, you know, ghetto ass, set up in my house on my couch with a bare wall. Like, you know, it's not taken that seriously.
No.
Although it's like a nice hobby, one of the more serious hobbies that we've had.
Yeah.
And hopefully it gets somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's not like, okay, we have to monetize by this and we have to do this many and whatever the fuck. It's like,
we're doing it for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Like, we truly enjoy it.
I think like,
and no one should be telling us how we should be doing this either.
So,
you know?
Yeah.
I think that's also, I don't know. Just like, let people be.
I think also like, this is one of the hobbies, like, you know, starting a podcast is one of the hobbies where you kind of have to put yourself out there, like, for judgment and, like, you know, fair. I think it's like, なんだろう, there are certain hobbies where, like, when you advertise it, it, like, makes you kind of look cool at face value, like, superficially. Like, yeah, like taking photos, like artsy, whatever the fuck, like painting, like that kind of stuff is like very on surface level. It does make you look cool. But yeah, like things that I really respect people who like put themselves out there like in public. Like I mean, I don't want to like toot my own horn, but like even just like in general, like you know, people who make art and like put it out there that like you know they're like being a little bit more vulnerable. Like that means so much more to me than something that's like very heavily curated and not genuine.
Performative.
Yeah. I think it's also I don't know, like I don't really I maybe there is actually I was gonna say like maybe it's just the guys, but I also do think you know girls do the same thing where it's like very performative. I know that we're talking about performative males, but like
I mean, that's where I think
in
we
general,
talked about. Yeah, I think we talked about it in our previous podcast where we're like, なんか, I guess like あざといとか、そういうのもちょっと performative, like it's all calculated.
yeah, yeah.
だからそれも前話したと思う。
Yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, even, I don't know when this ends though. I kind of want to say like maybe it's just our age, but I know men in their like 40s and 50s who like still collect like weird art because I think it makes them look cool. Like they don't really care about, you know, or like they just like curate because they think that it makes them look cool and then they end up with like really weird taste. Like, it's like, I don't know. なんか, I know someone from my work who like likes or is friends with this artist or whatever, and it's just like I get it, you know, it's cool to be friends with an artist and whatever, or like a proclaimed artist, and we had to like use his art for one of our like work projects because it was like, oh yeah, like my friend, like he can make the art for this, and I saw the art and it was literally the shittiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like literally my 12-year-old niece could probably
Really?
draw better. And I was like, man, I don't know, like if I was 40 something and my taste is shit and I'm still doing stuff like this, like where I don't know, like it's either you really don't have the eye for it or you're just saying this because you want to be the guy who has an artist friend.
Yeah. But like art is so hard because everyone has different styles and everyone like, なんか, I think of some art being like, I look at it and I'm like, I could fucking make that. But some people will be like, no, but you know, like everyone has such a different way of portraying art. So I think that is such a like 難しいところ. Like,
There is
it's such an opinion thing.
That's true. I think in general, yes, but there are certain art types where it's just like you don't actually care about it. For example, do you know like Basquiat art? It almost looks like graffiti and it's like a little scrapbooky. It's very like intense. But there are so many copycats of that style because it's very distinct and it's kind of easily replicable if you kind of, you know, do something similar to it. But there's like no soul to that. Like this is obviously just like you're just like
Doing
leeching off
knowing
of this style.
that it's a good style.
It's like painting like a Monet like style and saying that this is like a completely new thing. Like this is not a completely new thing. You know? Like Adrian Brody, do you know the actor?
I've heard, yeah.
And he also sells his art or something. And it's such an obvious knockoff of that type of style.
そうなんだ.
And it's just like, bro, like you are not an artsy guy. Like even though you're an Oscar-winning actor, like you are still so insufferable because even if you are this talented and you are this, you know, the pinnacle of acting or whatever, like there's still a part of you that is so fucking lame that you have to copy an art style and you have to like portray yourself in this way.
I mean, yeah. That is also performative. 本当に。なんか自分のものとしてこう出そうとして。
Yeah.
Get it, but it's clearly like a copy.
そう。
まあ確かにそれはダサい。Yeah. There's so many different ways and types of performative.
Just like
hobbies
not
もあ
being
る
genuine.
し、もうなんか見せ方、性格とかさ、なんかいろいろあります。
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like we say all this and like I'm sure I have a lot of aspects of that myself that I'm not even aware of. But
yeah, same.
I like to think that because I'm strict on other people, I'm also strict on myself, or like vice versa. Nah, I don't know. Like I would never. Like, what's the point? と思っちゃう, 正直. Like, what's the point of like trying to be this like to put up this front or like trying to like show that you have all these hobbies and that you're this interesting of a person. Like, if you are truly not an interesting person, like バレるって at a certain point.
まあね、けどみんな今最近 we all post, like same for me though. We all post our hobbies. And
Right.
we all show
Like, I
that
draw.
to the world. You
Yeah.
know? で、それをなんか how, like どこまで like how would you take it a step further to make it like too much?
確かにね.
You know?
Yeah.
Like そこが I think that's the key point.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it doesn't hurt anyone, like, by all means, do what you gotta do. I'm just saying, like, ちょっとダサいよ.
ちょっと it's a performative act だよ.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all on our performative men.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for
Thank you for listening this far.
Yeah. And we'll see you next time.
I think we're gonna get so many hate comments if we clip any of this.
Really?
We'll see.
All right.
All right, guys. See you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.